Welcome back to Press Review. Let's start by taking a look at today's front pages in the Middle East. UAE's Khalij Times leads today reporting that authorities are expanding their search for a missing Malaysia Airlines plane to the Malacca Strait, far from its last confirmed location. It also reports that lawmakers on the Flashpoint Crimean Peninsula have voted for independence from Ukraine ahead of a referendum on joining Russia. From Israel, the Jerusalem Post leads reporting that the Prime Minister's office has issued a statement expressing regret over the killing of a Jordanian judge, in what the paper says is a clear effort to tramp down tension with Jordan. The paper also reports that the Haredi conscription bill is expected to be passed into law in a final vote today, as part of this week's three-day voting marathon on major bills. From Tehran, the Tehran Times reports that the UN anti-drugs chief has praised Iran's campaign against narcotics trafficking, saying that Iran takes a very active role to fight against illicit drugs. It also reports that the Supreme Leader Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Khamenei says that the economy of resistance will improve Iran's social justice and public welfare indices. From Lebanon, the Daily Star reports that Syrian President Bashar al-Assad has visited displaced Syrians in the town of Adra, outside the heart of Damascus. It also reports that a source close to Prime Minister Tamam Salam says that the Prime Minister could step down in the next few days if the committee drafting the government's ministerial statement fails to complete its mission on time. And from Saudi, the Arab News leads reporting that the Shura Council has urged the National Anti-Corruption Commission to publicise the names and photographs of officials found guilty of corruption practices and conduct swift trials as part of efforts to root out corruption from the country. It also reports that a Healthy Ministry survey has revealed that around half of the Saudi women and a third of men do not engage in any form of physical activity, and there is more than a 72% rate of obesity among Saudis over 40. Now let's take a look at the top Middle East stories from UK papers. The Guardian leads its Middle East section with Prime Minister David Cameron's scheduled visit to Palestine and Israel, saying that the Prime Minister is to deliver an appeal to Israel's parliament to recognise time is running out on one of the best chances for a Middle East peace deal in decades. The Independent also leads its Middle East section following David Cameron's scheduled visit to Palestine and Israel, saying that critics are unhappy that the British PM will spend just 3 hours of the two-day visit in the Palestinian territory and the rest in Israel, leaving Palestinians feeling that they are an afterthought. The Daily Telegraph also focuses on David Cameron's trip, reporting that Britain's ambassador to Israel has been accused by Israeli diplomats of undermining their cause by not advising David Cameron to call off his forthcoming visit to the country while they're in dispute over pay and conditions. In a letter to the ambassador Matthew Gould, the Israeli Foreign Ministry's employees' unions said, "We express our disappointment that your embassy has been actively contributing to the ongoing efforts to break our struggle for better and fairer conditions." Now let's take a look at the top Middle East news in international papers. China's Global Times leads its Middle East section reporting that international diplomats and security delegations have gathered in Iraq for the country's first international counter-terrorism conference in the capital Baghdad. The two-day meeting will tackle various topics set by Iraqi and international researchers, including international cooperation to fight terrorism and media censorship. The Times of India reports that Libya's parliament has voted Prime Minister Ali Zaidan out of office after rebels humiliated the government by loading crude oil on a tanker that fled from naval forces. The paper says Western powers fear the vast North African state could even break apart with the government struggling to rein in armed militias and tribesmen. And finally, the LA Times reports that the highest-level European diplomatic visit to Iran in 6 years has ended, but controversy remains about the EU envoys meeting with a pair of women activists. The paper says the dispute has put Iran's foreign minister, Mohammad Javad Zarif, on the defensive just days before the scheduled resumption of sensitive nuclear negotiations between Iran and world powers. And for more updates, please visit Levant.tv. Thanks for watching. Please join us again tomorrow. Bye for now.